Status is day to day, but just wasn't very comfortable when he tried to put a skate on today, so I was unable to skate. We'll have to just see how he is tomorrow.
How about Peter Mrazek? You go back, played one game, and then he took the main session off. How's his health after playing that game?
Yeah, he's feeling good. Obviously, backed up yesterday, but he's not where I'd say he's 100% at this point. So we're just continuing to manage it. He's not going to play tomorrow, and that wasn't the plan for him to play tomorrow. So it's allowed us just to lighten his load a little bit here before we start ramping him back up again.
But he still backs up tomorrow.
Yes.
Austin was saying yesterday during the interview, it's just like when Mitch is going, it kind of gives the whole group energy. And I guess there are sometimes you talk about heartbeat players. How would you describe the impact on the group when Mitch is doing what he's doing now?
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to it. The energy and the spirit of your team is extremely important throughout a season. That gives the group, energy. At times when, maybe it's lacking. The schedule is tough in the NHL. Guy like him, he plays with spirit and energy, but he also has it around the room. He's got a bounce in his step all the time. And when one of your leaders has that, I think it's important. And then, of course, you need to back it up on the ice, and he's certainly done that here now. So it makes a big difference in our group, no doubt.
What did you like about how the power play operated yesterday?
I just like the way that they worked off the puck. They shot the puck, and then it created some loose puck scenarios where they had to compete and find ways to get it back. And you fall out of structure. Sometimes doing that and that in itself can create chances and opportunities while the other team is a little disoriented. And that's really how we scored yesterday. So, they didn't get back into their structure quick enough and were able to make a play and find a seam. And when their penalty killer made a mistake and opened up that seam to Austin and capitalized on it. So I think the biggest thing was just the way they worked and competed on it. But, the power play and the 5-on-5, that all goes hand in hand, right? In terms of how guys are feeling. Sometimes the power play can fuel the 5-on-5 play. Sometimes the 5-on-5 play can fuel the power play. So those guys, I thought, just had lots of jump all the way through. So it's nice to see them come through on the power play.
Last time we played Tampa, you guys beat them, but then obviously they went on to win the 2 cups, and that what kind of a challenge they.
Well, anytime you're playing, Tampa here now, I mean, even before they won the Cup, you knew you're in for a game. But now the type of experience and credibility that they have, that you have to be prepared all the way through. And the team looks a little bit different now, but not entirely different. You look at, obviously, their goaltending and their defense, and then, the high-end forwards that they have and the depth forwards that they seem to whether it's add to their team from outside or bring up from the minors, the guys just find ways to fill roles and give them good energy and things. So, yeah, we certainly know the challenge that we're up for, but I think it's a terrific opportunity for our team to just continue to take a step here. We did a lot of good things yesterday, and tomorrow, as you know, is a different challenge for us. We've got 2 divisional games coming up here against 2 very good opponents. We're going to focus on Tampa, but it is a real good opportunity. I'm excited for our guys to get out and compete tomorrow.
Players say that internally there's been a lot of conversation with the Karl Beach situation. What's your role as a coach in that? Do you just kind of let them have those conversations, or do you lead some of them?
I mean, my approach is really just to let the players, have those conversations. As a coaching staff, we've had our own. I think here in our organization, we are fortunate, right from the top with Brendan Shanahan, Kyle Dubas, and really the whole MLSE family, I think, has put in lots of different mechanisms to provide support and opportunities for people to speak, be it confidential or otherwise. So we feel confident in our organization that there's steps in place, but if anything, that this whole situation with Kyle and his story and his bravery that he's shown to speak up has really made sure that every organization is looking internally to make sure that they have the appropriate steps in place to be able to deal with situations. So I think there's a lot of really positive things that have happened here that I feel good about and proud to be a part of the organization. That said, you're always making sure that you're doing the right thing so that this situation doesn't happen again, and that, you know, if there's ever anyone that feels they're a victim in any way, that they are A, comfortable to speak up, and B, are supported, that there's action taken. And I think that's really the type of conversations that have happened within the organization. But as I said, I do believe we've got some good mechanisms in place as a company to help prevent these kind of things from happening again, and which obviously is really what this is about.